Hi there and welcome back, dear friends. Torment, Tides of Numenera, we're exploring Miel, Avest. A bunch of scared cast-offs are hiding from the sorrow.
With alacrity.
Let's talk to Melmoth. In another world, a synonym for the Wanderer. Melmoth Leviarm, your eyes are drawn to the tattered leather robes and the profusion of tubes that wire this man. He's lighter-skinned with piercing eyes and a hideous pitted scar on his face. He could be handsome, but centuries of neglect have ravaged his looks. He looks you over and rasps, "So you're the new cast-off, eh? Come to ask me about my Dendraughur, or do you have some other trick you need to show off?" He waves his hand irritably. "Never mind. You have questions for Melmoth. What?" First the feretory. What happened to me? Curiosity happened to you. He claps you hard on the shoulder. "No one knows. I'd venture so far as to say it's some kind of psychic defense mechanism to keep prying noses from tampering with it. But I've gotten precisely nowhere with my investigations, so all you get from me is useless speculation. Tell me about yourself, you oddity." His lopsided smile seems more of a grimace. "I'm Melmoth Leviarm. I'm the creator of the Dendraughur, the greatest, or at least most innovative, of the brotherhoods that seek to pass along knowledge from one generation to the next. So many people back away from me because of the way I look, or the way I speak. But let me tell you that in this body I have lived countless lives, seen endless worlds, experienced memories that beggar description. I contain worlds, and they judge me by my appearance. Sometimes I wonder who I am saving this knowledge for." So the question we would have, if he's the founder of the Dendraughur, is that the body of the founder of the Dendraughur, or has he eaten the body of the founder of the Dendraughur? So, what can you, though, as a founder, tell me about the Dendraughur? "They call us the eaters of the dead. We take the knowledge from their fading flesh. Every life flickers and dies, and when knowledge disappears, the world grows darker. The rain of death washes away experience. I want to preserve. Each of the Dendra is a library of experience. A feral grin flickers on his mouth and vanishes. Every life that vanishes is a loss. Every person living has a story. The secret keys of history hide there. I want truth. I want exposure. I want knowledge to live." And even more? "Death is a waste of history. We eat the dead that we might remember the lessons of time. With all your acquired knowledge, you must have a unique outlook on the endless battle." "Yes, a waste of life and a criminal waste of knowledge. The weapons being discharged are lost to us forever. Each live gun is an experience that will disappear into the mists of eternity, snuffed away, forgotten, never to be seen again." He leans in. "Our sire sought to cheat death, to stop that kind of waste. It is beyond my reasoning why he'd allow the endless battle to continue." What can you tell me about the other cast-offs here? He leers an ugly smile. "They are idiots and fools. They think their shields can protect them from the sorrow forever. I came here to retrieve some research, and every time I come, I think of how much knowledge is in their minds and in their bodies, and I wish they would just die already so I could gain access to their wasted experiences." He scratches a small infection in his hand. "On the other hand, they are the closest I have to peers. Gods, what does that say about me?" I'm looking for Mazov, by the way. Do you know him with all your treasured knowledge? "Him, that useless tinkerer. Why?" "I need him to fix a resonance chamber. We're open. We're a scientist. We think of ourselves as a scientist." He steeples his fingers, lost in contemplation. "A resonance chamber. I remember the term. Something about the building of it. crystal. The particulars escape me, but Mazov would be the one to fix it. He laughs softly. Too bad he's not here. Try asking Ardiris. Thank you, Melmoth, and farewell. Don't eat anything I wouldn't eat. Okay. I'm really not sure if that's what we want. Good Melmoth. And we're continuing. Let's now speak to Ardiris, as everyone said we should.
Making a note.
Even among all your siblings in Miel Avest, this woman is remarkably beautiful. Clad in a robe of myriad colors, she carries herself with a distinct grace and ease. Her skin is a dark brown of chocolate, her hair a rippling midnight black. Her violet eyes blaze momentarily as you approach. As she holds up her hand, her voice is musical and sweet, a harmony of beauty. You are most welcome here, sister. I am Ardiris. I am the peacekeeper of Miel Avest. Word of your birth and exploits has reached us here already, she smiles. News travels fast in the cast-off world, as I'm sure you've already seen. I know your desire to speak to Mazov. I've even heard a rumor that you can alter the past, that you restored Matkina. This is strange to me, for I have two memories on the subject. One in which Matkina is whole, as we all know her now, and another in which her mind is incomplete. She laughs. Perhaps my mind is the one that's incomplete. I do have a Meercaster here in which Mazov is said to appear, but he's a friend to me, as are all our family eventually. I do not wish to expose him to danger. She shakes her head and smiles slightly. I must apologize. I do not mean to be rude, but if there's any chance it is true, I have some limited psychic ability. If you will permit me, I would examine your mind to get at the truth of these rumors about your powers. Do we trust her? I think we're kind of, with sharing knowledge, we're like, yeah, we're a little bit naive, so, we'll allow her, if you must. Don't probe too deeply. This will take but a moment. She places gentle fingers on your forehead, and you feel a swirl of color thrill your innermost core. A kaleidoscope of emotion shakes you, a gamut of experiences recognized and echoed, magnified and reflected. When she removes her hand, her eyes are wet with tears. Forgive my doubt, sister. I believe you now. I believe you are capable of changing reality. Scan thoughts. Why would our sire have given her this ability? A side effect, perhaps, or...
I'll remember that.
Ardiris holds up a slender finger, but if anything, this makes me more leery of handing you a brother's Meercaster. If you wish to speak to Mazov, you must prove to me that you can be entrusted with the minds of one of our brethren. You cured Matkina. But did you understand Tash? Did you take care of his innermost self as well? Before I can give you this Meercaster, I would have you speak with Melmoth Leviarm.
I know you're busy, but could we talk?
It is my contention that we draw the sorrow to us without abuse of the tides, which is why I do not use our tidal powers. I believe our use of these powers is inherently painful to those around us. For instance, was anyone with you when you awoke to consciousness? Yeah, as I said, we are naive. So, two people, a Neon priest named Aligarn and a Nano named Kalastik, they were arguing as I woke. I'd wager any simmering tension snapped into sharp focus. If they were lovers, for example, they might have fallen deep into love's spell, but if they were breaking apart, your blast of tidal energy would have riven them, destroyed their relationship. She pauses, and you feel the tickle of her mind on yours. That's what happened, isn't it? They were not arguing for nothing. Go see Melmoth. Ask him about the tides. When you've done that, we will speak further. But first we want some questions. Will you give me the Meercaster after that? Perhaps eventually. I must know that you will take responsibility when you hold Syrian's life, his history in your hands. You will not have the Meercaster until I am satisfied. I'll do it. I want to ask some other questions first, though. Naturally. Where's Mazov? You mean physically? That I do not know. He was captured by the Gibra of Mrajolios several years ago, a prisoner for their menagerie. But no one knows what became of him afterward. He will be very difficult to find outside the Meercaster, but you will have to convince me you are ready to take over a brother's life first. Tell me about yourself. She has heard from us. We want to hear from her. I keep the peace here in Miel Avest. Our sire brought the jagged dream to Saker's cliffs in my body. Did you know that? She shakes her head. The conflict they seek to start, the wars. I swore that I would make no deaths in my lifetime, bring no pain. I came here in the wake of the first death. And her loyalists were at the throats of our sires. I brought peace to them. They agreed we would make Miel Avest a sanctuary again. That is my achievement, my legacy. Why would you feel guilty about our sire bringing the jagged dream to Saker's cliffs? It wasn't you. True, and yet the jagged dream knew me. Knew me under a name and a history that wasn't my own. The killers, the haters, the ones who wanted to see blood and death, they would tell me of their schemes. They wanted my approval. And any action on my part they took as such. She stares down at her hands. I have never taken a live blood, but blood stains me. I can't feel that again, ever. Scan thoughts. He brought the jagged dream using my body. I can't be sure it wasn't me. And who put you in charge of Miel Avest? Was it you yourself? Why, no one did. I saw the need and forged a peace myself. I saw a path to avoid the bloodshed, and I set my feet upon it, with my end goal in mind. Those who would oppose me saw that I had set my ideals and would not deviate from them. And since my plan did not involve exalting myself over them, did not put them at a disadvantage, who could say no? Indeed, I am in charge only insofar as they allow it. They are the ones who enforce the peace. I just speak of it. Very interesting. Other questions, please. 2. What is that creepy pyramidal structure on the opposite side of the plateau? She gazes in the direction you're pointing. She says finally, the feretory. It's unclear whether she's saying the name with reverence or disgust. That has been here for as long as anyone can remember, though not perhaps when Miel Avest was originally founded. What is known is that the first placed it there. What is not known is why. Rumors abound, of course, but as no one knows how to activate or open it, none can be proven. What do people think the feretory is? Oh, the predictable legends, an escape pod of some kind, of final defense against the sorrow should it break through, a repository of the First's treasures. I heard one person suggest the First herself was still alive, preserved inside, and that she would return when we needed her most. Her smirk shows what she thinks of this last rumor. It's clear that it's a protection of some kind, but whether it's to protect us or what's inside it remains to be seen. And some questions about the cast-offs and all that entails. Of course, oh my god, there's so much to ask about this. We'll do this in another episode. Of course, I need a pause before doing that. Thank you for watching, friends, and happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel signing out.